Hey, amazing people here in the hub. It's Tuesday. It's a bonus day because I'm usually in here doing Thursday trainings, but I had this insight that I just wanted to share with you guys, and now is the time. So, I see lessons in everything. Hey Em, nice to see you. And anyone else who's joining us, please say hello if you're joining us. I love to talk to you guys. So, I just had this insight because I just landed yet another incredible speaker for NATX next year. And back in the day when I was putting together my first Tele Summit, and I was freaking out. I was thinking, who am I to talk to these amazing people? Who am I? Like, what would make them? How can I make myself so special that they'll want to talk to me? Or who am I to, even deign to talk to the most amazing, inspiring people in our profession? And hey, Katie, nice to see you. Say hello if you're joining us. So I was like, who am I to speak to these incredible people? Who am I to show up on somebody's podcast? Who am I to do this stuff? Because it's just little old me, and it's just. And notice when you say those little justs that you just get a result, right? So, hey Georgie, nice to see you. So I had this experience when I was putting together my first Tele Summit, that I wrote down the 10 names of the most inspiring practitioners that could come to my mind from here in Australia and overseas. And I was like, oh my goodness, how am I ever going to even, get in their inbox, let alone anything else? And this is the cool thing with the advent of the internet and social media and other stuff. Hey Janelle, hey Anita, is that we get all access passes to a lot of people that we never had access to before. And they are human beings, and they love what you're doing if you can share it with them. And so I remember connecting with these people, and I ended up interviewing, and this is back in 2014, I remember interviewing Deanna Minnick, who I was like, had this massive, our Nat Crush hashtag, as well as our Nat Struck. Whoever was going to NATX, you experienced the Nat Struck moment. I had a Nat Struck moment with Deanna Minnick, and I got to interview her for my Tele Summit. I had a Nat Struck moment with Mim Beam, who's here in our group, and I got to interview her for the Tele Summit. I also got to interview somebody who I just got off the phone to today, Praccie King, and I am so pumped because she's going to be speaking at our gala event at NATX. And it's because I just asked. I put their name down on a list of people that I really connected and resonated with, that the people I'm used to being of service to could connect with as well. And then I asked. I found a way to ask them. Now, a lot of the people that I've connected with for NATX are through DMs on Instagram. And it's such an easy way because they've got you on their phone. There's no other way that they can access that but the back end of their personal phone, right? Just ask is another, just ask in Instagram, just ask in a Facebook message. A lot of people use Facebook messages now for their businesses and their personals. Just ask through their inbox as well. There's so many different ways of connecting with people through their Contact Us page, but the easiest ways is through socials. And just asking how you can help that person's community and then describing your vision and your mission is nearly every single person that is on the stage at NATX next year. That's exactly what I've done. And I wanted to share it with you guys today because there's a power in just asking and then letting go of the outcome. Now, that's the little caveat, and that's a little bonus tip for you guys. Right? There's one thing to just ask, but there's going to be so many stories that come up in your brain. Like, who am I to do this? I'm just a practitioner. I've only just been out this long. I've only just come back from mat leave. I'm only just in country Victoria. I'm only just in this. Like, there's going to be so many different things that come up in your brain. And a version of that comes up for each and every one of us. But it's just like duck diving in water, in a wave, right? You duck dive in and you don't know what's going to be on the other side, but you do it anyway, and then you come up, and sometimes you gulp for air and you get dumped with sand. And other times you're like, oh my goodness, they just replied. And then they said yes to speak at NatX. So I'm super pumped because we've got Praccie coming and speaking at the gala dinner. We also have Lee Holmes, who is the supercharged extraordinaire, gut health, amazing awesomeness, who is all over the planet. Even her stuff is in the Queen's Pharmacy in London. Like, her gut powders are in the pharmacy that the Queen shops at. And her, you know, I got to talk to her. Our podcast comes out this week about that. And it was from just asking. So don't think you're just-a. Whenever you notice that your just-a is coming out, I'm just a mum, I'm just a practitioner, I'm just out of, you know, maternity leave, I'm just out of studies, or I'm just a student, it's like gold timing for you to be able to talk to people. Or I'm just an old school practitioner who's been here for, you know, 20, I'm just in clinic and that's all I do. It's not like that is diminishing so much of the connection that you could have with these amazing people if you want to connect with them. So on that, my next question is, if you're not currently following me on Facebook on my business page and Tammy Guest, my public profile, I am just one away from 1,500 people. 1,500 people follow me on my business page. You know, you start with 0 and then it gets bigger and bigger, and I'd love to serve, like, you know, 15,000 people. Stick another 0 on the end of that. With the amount of people I'd love to show behind the scenes of what I do, I share with you all of the, like, that's where I share the behind the scenes. It's where I share my family. It's where I share like some of the background stories and like my ins and outs and things like that. So if you're not following me, or if you know somebody who would benefit from hearing that kind of side of things, the truth seeker and speaker side of stuff, that's what I do over there. And if it benefits you, I would love for you to like it. Just ask. And then all of the feelings come up, right? All of the feelings of, oh my gosh, I just asked everybody. That was a bit lame. And then, just like going through a wave, you go, and you come out the other side. Because if you don't follow me, that doesn't matter. If I'm not for you, that's okay too. You can just press goodbye, or you can just opt out, or you can just stop the video. It's super easy. And this is the thing. I really want to model this type of leadership for you. You have the capacity to lead in your life too, because there is a life that you lead. But it's leading from the front. Asking when you would love to connect with somebody who you have been inspired by. Asking for someone to follow you or help you with your business. Asking for somebody to help and assist in the way that they possibly can to help you do what you want to do and help more people on the planet. So hopefully this is beneficial to you. If it was, please share it. And I will connect with you guys again on Training Thursday. This week is a nice, juicy mindset one, and we'll catch up there. But if this was needed for you, go and ask. Whoever it is that you need to ask to connect with, just ask. And let the feelings come up, and then come out the other side and see what happens. All right, thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.